12 John Lennon songs that remain unbeatable. And when I say unbeatable, I mean songs that over 200 artists have tried to cover, and somehow the original still cuts deeper. Songs recorded in bedrooms that became peace anthems. Songs written in 3 minutes that outlasted empires. You've heard these riffs 1,000 times, but you don't know the stories behind them. The bets that led to his only #1, the verse he forgot to record, the melody written in India that became his most honest confession. This is what happens when genius meets vulnerability and the whole world refuses to look away.
When I say that I'm okay, well, they look at me kind of strange.
Number 12, Whatever Gets You Through the Night.
Don't need to watch you waste your time.
This is John Lennon's only solo #1 during his lifetime. The only one. And here's what nobody tells you about that. He didn't believe it would hit. Elton John did. Summer 1974, Lennon's recording Walls and Bridges at the record plant in New York. Elton's working on his own album down the hall. Pops in, here's this track. Loose, funky, Bobby Keys on sax, giving it this sweaty bar band energy that Lennon hasn't touched in years. Elton says it's a smash. Lennon laughs it off. So Elton makes a bet. If it hits #1, you perform with me at Madison Square Garden. Lennon agrees because he's convinced it won't happen. November 1974, it hits #1. And here's where the bet gets complicated. Lennon hasn't performed live in 3 years. Stage fright, self-doubt, the whole post-Beatles identity crisis still eating at him. But a bet's a bet. November 28th, 1974, Madison Square Garden, Thanksgiving night. Lennon walks on stage with Elton to 20,000 people losing their minds. They play Whatever Gets You Through the Night, then Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, then I Saw Her Standing There. And if you were in that room, you know this was the last time John Lennon ever performed in public. His final bow, the only #1 of his solo career, led to his final concert, and neither one was supposed to happen. The song itself, channel surfing phrase from a late-night evangelist, pure Lennon, grab something random from the cultural noise and turn it into this ragged, joyful mess about survival. Whatever gets you through the night, it's yours. And somehow that became his biggest hit when songs like Imagine couldn't crack the top spot. The irony wasn't lost on him. But what gets me is this. His only chart topper came from a bet he was sure he'd lose. And it forced him back on stage for one night only before he disappeared for 5 years. That's a different kind of unbeatable. Not because nobody can cover it better, because nobody else lived that exact story where success felt like losing and losing felt like winning, and the whole thing ended with 20,000 people watching a man who thought he was done realize he still had it. Number 11, Mind Games. This song started as Make Love Not War during the Let It Be sessions in 1969. Think about that. Lennon's sitting in a studio watching his band fall apart, and he's sketching out this melody about love and peace while Paul and him can barely look at each other. The song didn't make the album. Of course it didn't. Nothing from those sessions went anywhere good. Fast forward to 1973, Lennon's deep into his Lost Weekend era. Separated from Yoko, living with May Pang in Los Angeles, drinking too much. And somehow, in all that chaos, he pulls this melody back out and rewrites it completely. The peace anthem becomes something stranger, more layered. Mind gorillas, druid dudes, absolute elsewhere, Lewis Carroll wordplay, threaded through anti-war messaging like he's trying to sneak the medicine past your defenses. But here's what you don't hear in the radio edit. This is one of the most technically ambitious productions he ever did. Listen on headphones, the stereo separation, the way instruments move through space, the backwards vocals. This isn't Spector's wall of sound. This is Lennon building architecture. October of 1973, it peaks at number 18 on the Hot 100. Not a smash, not a failure, just this weird middle ground where the song's too trippy for AM radio, but too accessible for the underground. And you know what's wild? The title comes from Yoko. Some call it magic. Mind Games, her term for the psychological chess match of their relationship. Even when they're separated, even when he's 3,000 miles away with another woman, she's still in the song. The reference to "yes" is the answer, that's from her art installation at the Indica Gallery where they first met. The woman who supposedly broke up the Beatles is embedded in a song written while they're broken up. Critics at the time called it unfocused, too scattered, missing the raw honesty of Plastic Ono Band or the universal appeal of Imagine. But listen to it now. That scattershot approach, that refusal to pick one lane, that's what makes it unbeatable. It's a peace anthem that knows peace anthems don't work. It's a love song that admits love isn't simple. It's Lennon caught between who he was and who he's trying to become, and he didn't sand down any of the rough edges. Real talk, only 9% of you are subscribed. That hurts. We're spending hours digging through archives, fact-checking every detail, bringing these stories back to life. And if you're watching this far, you clearly care. So hit subscribe. It's free and takes 2 seconds. Now, to my subscribers, barely any of you have joined the membership. And honestly, that stings even more. You know the work we put in. You keep coming back. If these videos have ever made you feel something, if this music means something to you, join the membership. It's $1 coffee a month, and it's the only way we keep this going. Let's build this together. All right, back to it. Number 10, Number 9 Dream. Lennon claimed this whole song came to him in a dream, and you can hear it. There's this weightless quality to it, like the production's hovering just above the ground. November 1974, Walls and Bridges sessions, and Lennon's chasing this melody he woke up with. The chorus, Bawakawa Puse Puse. He said he heard those exact nonsense syllables in the dream and wrote them down before they evaporated. The recording's delicate, almost fragile. Lennon on acoustic guitar and vocal. Strings arranged by someone who understood space between notes matters as much as the notes themselves. And then there's the backwards vocals in the middle section. Lennon and May Pang recorded together, then reversed the tape. It's one of his favorite techniques from the Beatles' psychedelic era, but here it feels less like a gimmick and more like he's trying to recreate that dream logic where everything makes sense until you wake up. Oh, yes, I know. October 1974, it peaks at number 9 on the Hot 100, which feels cosmically perfect for a song called Number 9 Dream. Lennon always had this thing with the number 9. Born on the 9th, met Yoko on the 9th. The Beatles signed to EMI on the 9th. His Liverpool home was on the 9th. He called it his lucky number. So when the song charts exactly at number 9, People who know Lennon's numerology obsession are nodding like, of course it did. But here's what most people miss. This was recorded during his lost weekend. The 18 months away from Yoko, where he's drinking himself stupid with Harry Nilsson and waking up in places he doesn't remember. And yet, this song has none of that darkness. It's serene, almost at peace. Like for 3 minutes and 47 seconds, he found the eye of the hurricane. And that dreamlike vocal. Critics called it some of his most tender work. There's vulnerability in it that feels different from Imagine or Jealous Guy. Those songs are confessional. This one's just present, like he's letting you listen in on something private and doesn't care if you understand it. Maypang said years later that the recording session felt sacred. Everyone in the room knew they were capturing something unrepeatable. And when it charted at number 9, Lennon took it as confirmation that maybe dreams mean something after all.
Oh, yes, I know.
Number 9, Instant Karma.
Instant karma's gonna get you.
January 27, 1970, one day. That's how long it took to write, record, and mix this song. Lennon woke up with the phrase instant karma in his head, this idea that you don't wait for cosmic justice. It hits you right now.
When you're everywhere, come and get your share.
By noon, he had the song finished. By evening, he'd called Phil Spector, dragged him to Abbey Road Studios, and they were recording. George Harrison showed up, Billy Preston on electric piano, Alan White on drums. And here's the beautiful chaos of it. They didn't rehearse. Lennon taught them the song in the studio, and they just went. First take energy. Spector's building his wall of sound in real time, hand claps, echo, that gospel stomp piano from Preston that makes the whole thing feel like a tent revival meeting. February 6, 1970, and 10 days later, then it's released. That's unheard of. Even now, from concept to finished single in 10 days, and it sounds massive, immediate, like it couldn't have been made any other way.
Gonna knock you right in the head.
It peaks at number 3 in the US, becomes his first million-selling solo single, and establishes something crucial. Lennon, without the Beatles, can move fast and hit hard. But here's what you feel in that recording. Urgency. We all shine on, like the moon and the stars and the sun. He's singing it like he needs you to believe it right now. Not tomorrow, now. Because if karma's instant, if consequences and enlightenment and cosmic payback all happen in the present moment, then there's no time to waste on ego or fear or holding back. Critics heard it as his most accessible post-Beatles message. Not as confrontational as Working Class Hero, not as utopian as Imagine, just this direct, human-scale invitation to wake up. And the production's doing the work too. Spector's got Lennon's vocal push so far forward, it's almost aggressive. You can't ignore it. The hand claps force you to participate. And here's the part that still gets me. One day. Concept to release single in 10 days. Most artists spend months on a track trying to capture lightning in a bottle. Lennon just opened the window and let it in. That's not just unbeatable as a recording. That's unbeatable as an approach to making art.
Gonna knock you off your feet.
Number 7, Watching the Wheels.
Play the game.
This is Lennon's retirement letter. His explanation for disappearing from music for 5 years to raise his son Sean, and it's one of the most defiantly content songs he ever wrote. No angst, no rage, just this calm middle finger to everyone who thought he was wasting his talent.
People say I'm crazy.
1980, Double Fantasy Sessions. Lennon's coming back after half a decade of silence, and people want to know, why'd you leave? Where'd you go? And instead of some grand artistic statement, he gives them this: I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. The music matched the sentiment, gentle, circular. The piano line loops back on itself like those wheels he's watching. No drama, no big climax, just Lennon at peace with stepping away from the treadmill, and you can hear in his vocal, he means it. This isn't bitterness disguised as contentment. He actually loved being a house husband. October 1980, the song's mixed and ready. December 8th, he's murdered. The song becomes posthumous, released in 1981, and suddenly those lyrics about stepping off the merry-go-round hit different. No longer riding on the merry-go-round, I just had to let it go. It sounds like prophecy now. Like he knew he didn't have time to waste on the music industry machine.
I just had to let it go.
Peak position, number 10 in the US. Number 30 in the UK, not his biggest hit. But if you were around in the early 80s and you'd spent years wondering where John Lennon went, this song was your answer. And the answer was, he went home, raised his kid, baked bread, watched the wheels of the world turn without him.
No longer riding on the merry-go-round.
Critics called it his most mature lyric. No hiding behind metaphor or Lewis Carroll wordplay. Just direct. People think I'm crazy for walking away from fame. I don't care. I'm happy. And that's revolutionary in its own way. A rock star admitting he found something more meaningful than stadiums.
I'm just sitting here.
What makes it unbeatable isn't the composition or the production or even the message. It's the lived truth behind it. Lennon actually did what the song says. He left, he stayed gone, he didn't half-ass it or keep one foot in the industry. He committed. And when he came back on his terms with this song that basically said, I don't owe you an explanation, but here it is anyway.
Really love to watch them roll.
Number 6, Happy Xmas, War is Over. December 1971. Lennon and Yoko write a Christmas song that's actually an anti-war anthem dressed up in sleigh bells. And it works because they understood something most protest songs miss. People are more open to messaging when they're already feeling something. So make them feel Christmas, then slip in War is Over if you want it.
And so this is Christmas.
Recorded in New York with the Harlem Community Choir. 30 voices turning this plea for peace into a gospel call and response. The kids singing along, innocent and hopeful. Phil Spector producing, adding strings and chimes and all this warmth that makes the political message feel personal.
Another year over.
Released in the U.S. as a single December 1st, 1971, number 36 on the charts initially. Not a smash, not forgotten. But here's what happened over the next 50 years. It became tradition. Every December, radio stations pull it out. Grocery stores play it on loop. And unlike Imagine, which is cosmic and abstract, this one's grounded.
I hope you have fun.
War is over if you want it. That's a challenge, not a dream. Lennon's not asking you to imagine a world without war. He's saying the world's waiting on you to decide. The melody's deliberately familiar. sounds like a carol you've heard before but haven't. Makes it easy to learn, easy to sing drunk at an office party, easy to teach kids. And that's strategy. Lennon wanted it embedded in the culture the same way Silent Night is embedded. Sneak revolution into tradition. Now here's the part most people don't catch. The song was part of a larger campaign. Lennon and Yoko had rented billboards in 12 cities with the same message. War's over if you want it. Happy Christmas from John and Yoko. The song was the soundtrack to outdoor advertising. They were treating peace activism like a product launch. Guerrilla marketing for ending Vietnam.
And so happy Christmas.
And it worked differently than they expected. Vietnam ended, but the song stayed relevant. Every new war, every December it comes back. The Harlem Community Choir recorded it in 1971. Today their voices are still on the radio asking the same question, is war over? Do you want it? What makes it unbeatable is the tension is joyful and sad at the same time, hopeful but exhausted. Lennon singing about peace while knowing humans will probably never stop fighting. And he wrapped all that complexity in something that sounds simple enough to play at a shopping mall. That's genius you can't duplicate.
For weak and for strong.
Number 5, Working Class Hero.
Working class hero is something to be.
September 27, 1970, Lennon walks into Abbey Road with just his voice and an acoustic guitar. No band, no Spectre wall of sound, just him sitting on a stool recording what might be his most brutal lyric ever put to tape.
A working class hero.
And here's the thing about this song, it's not a celebration. The title's sarcastic. A working class hero is something to beat. He's saying that's what they tell you while they're breaking you down. First verse, as soon as you're born, they make you feel small.
You're so fucking crazy you can't follow their rules.
He's talking about the British class system, the way it crushes ambition and individuality from childhood, and the recording matches. Stark, unadorned, almost uncomfortable to listen to. No string section to soften the blow. Just Lennon's voice getting rougher as the song progresses.
They hate you if you're clever, and they despise you.
He recorded 12 takes on September 27th, hated all of them. October 15th, tried 3 more. It's still not right. October 25th, he realized the problem. Take 9 from the first session was the best, but he'd forgotten to record 1 verse. So he recorded just that verse, and they edited it into take 9.
And they hit you at school.
You can hear the splice if you're listening for it. The guitar tone shifts. His voice changes slightly. The composite of 2 different days.
Full of fear.
And then there's the profanity. Twice he uses a word I didn't want on the album. Till you're so fucking crazy you can't follow their rules. And later, calling the working class fucking peasants from the perspective of the ruling class. I wouldn't print the lyrics on the sleeve. Radio wouldn't play it, but Lennon refused to change it. That's how he talked. Editing it would be dishonest.
A working class hero.
The song's been covered by everyone from David Bowie to Ozzy Osbourne to Green Day, but none of them sound angry enough. Because here's what you hear in Lennon's version, lived experience. He might have been raised middle class in Liverpool, but he felt the class system's boot on his neck his whole life. Grammar school boys looking down on him, BBC radio, not taking the Beatles seriously at first because of their accents. The establishment treating them like a novelty act until they couldn't be ignored.
They hate you if you're clever, and they despise you.
And the closing line, if you want to be a hero, well, just follow me. Pure sarcasm. He's not positioning himself as a leader. He's saying if you follow anyone, you've already lost. The whole point is breaking the pattern, refusing to be processed. And he's saying it in a song that refuses to be commercial, refuses to be comfortable, refuses to give you anything to latch onto except the truth.
And they hit you at school.
That's what makes it unbeatable. Every cover smooths out the edges, makes it more listenable, but Lennon left the rough spots in on purpose. This isn't a song you're supposed to enjoy. It's a song you're supposed to feel.
Till the pain is so big you feel not.
Number 4, Woman. This is Lennon's love letter to Yoko and to women in general, and to the idea of partnership after ego, recorded during the Double Fantasy sessions in 1980. And it's so different from the possessive, jealous Lennon of the early 70s.
To cause you sorrow or pain.
This is what growth sounds like. The opening, woman, I can hardly express my mixed emotions at my thoughtlessness. He's apologizing, taking responsibility, acknowledging he was difficult to live with. And the melody's tender, almost hymn-like. Lennon said he was trying to write in the tradition of Paul McCartney's romantic ballads, but with honesty McCartney wouldn't touch. No sugarcoating, no pretending the relationship was easy. December 1980, the song's mixed and ready to release. December 8th, Lennon shot outside the Dakota. January 1981, Woman is released as a single. It hits number 1 in the UK, replacing Imagine at the top.
Let me explain. I never meant.
First time an artist replaced himself at number 1 since the Beatles followed She Loves You with I Want to Hold Your Hand, but nobody's celebrating. The whole world's in mourning.
Don't keep us apart.
The lyric everybody remembers, after all, I'm forever in your debt, not you're in my debt, not we're even. He's saying he owes her for putting up with him, for staying through the lost weekend, the separations, the public battles. Yoko took it all and waited him out. And this song is Lennon at 50, mature enough to admit he needed her more than he let on. Producers and musicians have talked about those double fantasy sessions. Lennon was happy, genuinely content. You can hear it in his vocal. No strain, no proving anything. Just a man who'd figured out what mattered and was grateful he still had it. The arrangement's subtle, strings, gentle percussion, everything supporting the message without overwhelming it.
You understand.
And here's what gets me. This was supposed to be his comeback. 5 years away, new album, new tour planned. Woman would have been the big ballad he sang every night to close the show. Instead, it became a farewell. The last single released while he was alive that reached number 1 anywhere.
Please remember, my life is in your head.
Critics called it his most mature love song. And they're right, but it's more than that. It's proof that people can change. The same guy who wrote Run for Your Life in 1965, that toxic, possessive mess, became the guy who wrote Woman in 1980. 15 years of growth, therapy, mistakes, and trying again. You can't fake that in a cover. Number 3, Jealous Guy.
I'm sorry that.
May 24th, 1971. Ascot Sound Studios in Lennon's home at Tittenhurst Park. This is the song where he admits his worst trait out loud. I was just a jealous guy. No excuses, no metaphors, just confession. But here's where it gets complicated. The melody's older, way older. May 1968, the Beatles are at George Harrison's house demoing songs for the White Album. Lennon plays them something called Child of Nature, inspired by a Maharishi lecture about being a son of Mother Nature. The demo's gentle, almost hippie folk.
I made you cry. Oh, no.
Paul writes Mother Nature's Son off the same lecture, and that makes the White Album. Lennon's version gets shelved.
I'm just a jealous guy.
January 1969, the Get Back sessions. Lennon tries Child of Nature again. Still doesn't work. Still sounds too similar to Paul's song. So he drops it. Flash forward to the Imagine sessions in 1971.
And my heart was beating.
Lennon takes that old melody he loved, strips away all the India Trip lyrics, and rewrites it about his jealousy, about making Yoko prove her love constantly, about his insecurity poisoning their relationship. The recording's delicate. Nicky Hopkins on piano doing work so melodic and beautiful that decades later musicians still talk about it. Klaus Voormann on bass said he closed his eyes and just played what he felt. Didn't know what key he was in, just followed Lennon's voice. July 4th and 5th, they add strings at the record plant in New York. The Flux Fiddlers making it even more vulnerable.
I'm sorry that.
And here's the human detail everybody forgets. Lennon's whistling in the middle section. Just him whistling this melody like he's lost in thought. It's intimate in a way that feels almost intrusive, like you're overhearing something private.
Insecure.
The song wasn't released as a single during his lifetime. It was just a deep cut on Imagine. Then December 1980, he's murdered. Roxy Music's on tour in Germany. Here's the News decides to cover Jealous Guy as tribute.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
March 1981, their version hits #1 in the UK and stays there for 2 weeks. Suddenly, this confession that Lennon buried on an album becomes one of his most famous songs posthumously.
I'm just a jealous guy.
November 1985, 5 years after his death, Lennon's original is finally released as a UK single. It peaks at number 65 because by then everyone's heard the Roxy Music version. It's a beautiful cover.
You might not love me anymore.
Brian Ferry singing it like a hymn, but listen to both back to back and you'll hear the difference. Ferry's version is polished. Lennon's version is raw. You can hear the shame in his voice. The admission hurts him to sing. Paul McCartney claimed in 1985 that Lennon told him the song was about Paul, about jealousy over McCartney's solo success. Yoko said it was about her, about Lennon's possessiveness during their relationship. Both could be true. That's the thing about Lennon's best confessional work. It's specific enough to be real and universal enough to be everyone's.
I made you cry. Oh, now.
#2, Imagine.
For today.
This is the song, the one that outlived him, the one that became an anthem without trying to be one. And here's what Lennon said about it later. It's working class hero with sugar on it.
I hope someday you join us.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Take radical politics, wrap them in the prettiest melody you can write, and suddenly people who'd never listened to a protest song are singing along.
Imagine there's no country.
Early 1971, Tittenhurst Park. Lennon's in the bedroom on a white Steinway piano. Yoko's watching. He composes almost the entire song in one sitting. Melody, chords, lyrics. The inspiration comes from Yoko's 1964 book, Grapefruit, specifically a poem called Cloud Piece. Imagine the clouds dripping, dig a hole in your garden to put them in. That's where Imagine started. Yoko's conceptual art filtered through Lennon's pop songwriting.
Imagine no possessions.
May 1971, recording sessions began. Phil Spector producing, George Harrison on guitar, Nicky Hopkins on piano, Klaus Voormann on bass, Alan White on drums.
It is
here's the detail that matters. Spector wanted to record Lennon playing the White Baby Grand in the couple's all-white room for the aesthetic. Tried it. Acoustics were terrible. Abandoned the idea, moved to Lennon's home studio instead. They recorded 3 takes, chose take 2.
Something to kill or die for.
September 9th, 1971, album release in the US, October 8th in the UK, October 11th, released as a single in America. It peaks at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, but in the UK, they don't release it as a single. Lennon and Yoko wanted to push Happy Xmas, War is Over instead.
Imagine there's no country.
So the song that would become his signature wasn't even a UK single until 1975, 4 years later. And even then, it only hit number 6. Then December 8th, 1980, He's Killed. The song re-enters charts worldwide.
Try. No.
January 10th, 1981, it hits number 1 in the UK and stays there for 4 weeks. Number 1 in over 20 countries. It becomes the song played at vigils, memorials, benefit concerts, peace rallies. Over 200 artists cover it. Everyone from Madonna to A Perfect Circle, none of them better than the original. But here's the complexity Lennon wrestled with. The lyrics ask you to imagine no possessions while he's a millionaire living on a 70-acre estate. Imagine no countries while he's fighting deportation from the U.S. Imagine no religion while he's buying a white piano. Critics jumped on that. How dare he? And Lennon's response was basically, I'm asking you to imagine it, not telling you I've achieved it, not claiming I'm enlightened. Just, what if we tried? What if we imagined a different way?
Something to kill or die for.
The original lyric was, I wonder if you can. After criticism, he changed it live to, I wonder if we can, including himself in the challenge. Admitting he's not there either, but maybe we could get there together.
Imagine there's no heaven.
What makes it unbeatable isn't just the melody, though that piano line is perfect, is not just the message. Though asking for world peace never goes out of style, it's that Lennon created something so deceptively simple that it sounds inevitable, like it always existed and he just found it.
Try. No.
Working class hero makes you uncomfortable. Imagine makes you hopeful. And he wrote both within a year of each other. That's range you can't teach.
All the people.
Number 1, God.
We measure out.
This is the most brutally honest 3 minutes and 29 seconds Lennon ever put to tape. And it's unbeatable because not one artist in 50 plus years has had the guts to strip down this far.
I don't believe.
September to October 1970, John Lennon / Plastic Ono Band sessions. Lennon and Yoko have just finished Primal Scream therapy with Arthur Jonoff in Los Angeles. The whole album is therapeutic purging, but God is the nuclear option. The recording's spare. Lennon on piano and vocal, Billy Preston on organ, Ringo on drums, Klaus Voormann on bass, and the lyric is just Lennon listing everything he doesn't believe in anymore. Magic, tarot, Jesus, Buddha, Kennedy, Elvis, Dylan, Zimmerman, and then the line that made people gasp, he doesn't believe in Beatles.
I don't believe in Kennedy.
The dream is over. That's what he's saying. And if you were a Beatles fan, in December 1970, hearing this for the first time, that line hit like a betrayal.
God is a concept.
The band that changed your life, and here's Lennon on record saying the whole thing was just a dream and now it's done. Move on, grow up, stop waiting for a reunion because it's not happening. The song builds to this.
I don't
Each verse dismantles another layer of belief until there's nothing left except, and here's where it gets personal, he only believes in himself and Yoko. That's it. Not movements, not heroes, not religions or political systems, just the two of them against the world. And after 4 minutes of demolition, that's somehow the most vulnerable thing he could say.
I don't believe.
Critics went wild. Some called it his most important solo track. Others said he lost his mind. How dare he compare the Beatles to false idols? How dare he lump Jesus and Elvis and his own band together and dismiss them all? But that was the point. Lennon was clearing the decks, burning down every pedestal, including his own, and the recording matches that. There's no production tricks, no Phil Spector wall of sound, just Lennon at a piano working through his trauma in real time. You can hear the primal therapy in every line, the rawness, the refusal to hide behind metaphor or cleverness. This is what truth sounds like when you stop caring who it hurts.
I don't believe in Kennedy.
November 30th, 1971, the Imagine album hits #1 in the UK. But a year earlier, this song, the one that said the dream was over, that was Lennon drawing the line. No more Beatles, no more believing in movements or messiahs, just facing the fact that you're alone, and that's terrifying and freeing at the same time.
Don't believe Bible.
What makes it unbeatable is the courage. Nobody writes songs like this. Nobody sits at a piano and systematically destroys every belief system they've ever been part of, then releases it to millions of people who worship them.
We measure out.
That's not just honesty, that's self-immolation as art, and somehow he made it beautiful. The piano's gentle, his voice is almost tender. He's not angry, he's just done pretending.
I don't believe.
50 years later, artists still won't go this far. They'll hint at disillusionment. They'll gesture toward losing faith, but they won't burn it all down on record and mean it. Lennon did. And that's why nobody's ever topped it.
I change.